Hi guys, Mrs. Waymeyer here. Today we're going to talk about multiplying and using whole numbers, and we're going to use the traditional algorithm method. So this is the way that I was taught in school, some of your parents were taught in school, and it's the way that some of you are very comfortable with. This strategy works if you understand it and can keep your place values lined up. The only thing I don't like about this strategy is it doesn't take into account your place values. And for me, I always had to write it out on a piece of paper. It was very hard for me to solve problems mentally doing this strategy. But if you have pencil and paper, or if you are able to do this in your head, then this is your strategy and it's one you can continue using. But we'll just go ahead and dive in. So this is traditional multiplication. So the way that traditional multiplication works is we're going to go digit by digit. So I'm just going to solve this row over here on the left-hand side because the second-hand side is the same, except for this one's a 4 by 3, and that will take me a while to solve on this video. So I'm going to start with my 4, and I'm going to multiply it out digit by digit. So first thing I'm going to do is 4 times 5, and that is 20. Mark down my 0 because it's in the ones place, and carry my 2 because it's in the tens place. The next thing I'm going to do is take 4 times 6, which is 24. And be careful, we're adding in this digit, not multiplying. 24 plus 2 makes 26. Again, that number I have to break apart into tens and ones and carry. 4 times 3 is 12, plus 2 more makes 14. So our final answer to that problem ends up being 1,460. On the second problem that I'm going to show you here, you notice you have a 3-digit by a 2-digit. The rules kind of change a little bit with this problem because you have to add in a placeholder when you get to this second digit. So same thing I did up here, I'm going to multiply out my 3 by all of these digits and place values first. So we're kind of just ignoring that 4 is there right at the moment. So 3 times 4 is 12. 6 times 3 is 18, 19. 21 plus 1 makes 22. Here's where you have to be really careful. Some students think they're done. You're actually not. Some students forget that you have to add in a placeholder because now you're multiplying out 40. Also, these numbers that you carried from the 3 when you were multiplying out need to disappear or be erased or scribbled out. They no longer are being used because now we're taking 4 times all 3 of these digits. 4 times 4 is 16. 24 plus 1 makes 25. 28 plus 2 makes 30. When multiplying these out, also, it would be helpful if you make sure you're lining up your place values because the last step of traditional method is to add those totals up. So you want to make sure that it's kind of nice, neat, organized. 9 plus 6 makes 15. 7, 8, 2, and 3. So our final answer ends up being 32,852. On our last problem down here, we have a 3 by 3 digit. So again, same steps. We're going to start with our 7, ignoring our 4 and ignoring our 5, and multiply that digit all the way out. Then we'll multiply out our 5, then we'll multiply out our 4. So 7 times 6 is 42. 7 times 3 is 21, plus 4 makes 25. 49, 50, 51. So here's where I'm going to, I play tic-tac-toe. Some people call it the turtle method. Whatever you need to do to remember to add your placeholder. You're not multiplying out 7 anymore, and those carries that you had before no longer are being used. Now I'm taking 5 times each of these digits for my second row. 5 times 6 is 30. 15 plus 3 makes 18. 5 times 7 is 35, 36. And again, I'm now going to add, since this is a 3-digit number I'm multiplying by, the second number, I'm going to need to add in 2 placeholders because I have 2 X's here. Now I need 2 O's, 2 placeholders. 4 times 6 is 24. 12, 14. 4 times 7 is 28, 29. Some students get confused here and they try to go back or maybe get interrupted in your problem. Remember, this is a 3-digit number, so you should have 3 different numbers if you're using traditional method that you're going to be adding. Again, helpful if you line up your digits as you go, but you could also write them out to the side to make sure that your math is correct. I'm going to do 8 plus 4 is 12, 13, 10, 16, 9, 10, 13, and 3. So I get 336,352. Again, this is traditional method using to multiply whole numbers. Really, the big misconception or mistake I see students making is forgetting their placeholders and when they're adding up their numbers, not lining up their place values. So if you choose this method, be careful with those 2 things. Otherwise, I think you will be successful. Thanks for watching.